Welcome to part 18 of Dynasty Warriors 9, and in this episode we're going to start chapter 6. You know what that means? Chibi!
In pursuit of total control, Cao Cao moves on Jing, capturing it in the blink of an eye, and continues south. Soon, he arrives at Sun Quan's Yang province. His huge numbers practically bury the banks. Faced with such a powerful enemy, Wu wavers between fighting and surrender. Elsewhere, Liu Bei, after being driven from Jing, gains the services of the sleeping dragon, Zhuge. In such tense times, what will this genius strategist suggest? Now, the strategies of Zhuge Liang are about to change the fates of Cao Cao, Sun Quan, and Liu Bei.
Allow me to ask you a question. If Master Liu Bei has you, the legendary sleeping dragon, in his ranks, then why was he forced to give up the land of Jing province?
Firstly, Master Liu Bei was merely acting as guardian of Xinye to return a favor to Master Liu Biao. Jing province was never his land, so he was never forced to give up anything. Further, when Master Liu Kong surrendered to Cao Cao, Master Liu Bei prioritized the security of Master Liu Biao's son, Master Liu Qi, out of a sense of honor. Finally, Master Liu Bei has never been concerned with the results of individual battles. He has his eyes on larger concerns. In that respect, the conflict in Jing province was insignificant. In other words, Master Liu Bei respects the dictates of honor and virtue, and is preparing for battles of greater significance. For that, he now requires the cooperation of Wu.
You really think we'll join you in a battle against Wei? Cao Cao has the momentum, and he has the numbers. Even together, I hardly think we can stop him.
The soldiers of Jiangdong are well trained, and your provisions are ample. Furthermore, we have the natural protection of the Shengjong River. But still, you do not think we can win. If you will excuse the impertinence. It sounds like you are simply lacking in courage, Master Zheng Zhao.
You think I will bite at such an obvious barb? I am not so foolish as that. I know your game. You are aware that you cannot win on your own, so you wish to draw us into your petty conflict. How dare you talk of honor and benevolence?
Cao Cao is a traitor who uses the power of the Han court for his own nefarious ends. It is the duty of any loyal retainer to slay him. It is precisely because I know that the people of Wu are loyal to the Han court that I have asked you to stand together with us. But if you would run in fear because the enemy is too strong, then I do not know what to say. If you would turn your back on what is right and allow evil to flourish, then is that not the true definition of dishonor?
You just keep on talking, don't you?
That's enough, Zheng Zhao. Let him be. Zhuge Liang, I understand why we should oppose Cao Cao. However, do you actually have a plan for victory?
Ever since their annexation of Jing province, Cao Cao's forces have been on the road. Their troops will be fatigued, and injuries must be mounting. Furthermore, their ranks are largely filled by men from the north, who have little experience in naval warfare. If you join forces with my lord, Liu Bei, and we combine our intellectual and military resources, Cao Cao's men are far from invincible.
Zhou Yu, what do you think?
We recently engaged Cao Cao's army at Wulin. Just as Master Zhuge Liang says, their troops appeared exhausted and unaccustomed to naval battles. With the right strategy and preparation, we can seize victory.
So be it. If you think we have a chance, then the choice before me is clear. We shall join forces with Master Liu Bei and bring an end to the traitorous Cao Cao.
Master Sun Quan has agreed to an alliance. He will join us in our battle against Cao Cao.
Oh, that is wonderful news. I knew you could convince him. So what are we to do next?
We must first prepare our army to engage Cao Cao's forces when they attack. Master Zhou Yu and myself have developed a plan. I would like you all to make the necessary preparations.
Everybody, we have decided to use a fire attack against Cao Cao's army. However, a regular fire attack will not do. We need to take certain steps to ensure its success. We will need your cooperation on a variety of fronts.
There are a variety of tasks that must be done to ensure the plan is a success. They don't need to be done by one person, however. Split them up to increase efficiency. I think we should be fine if one person can take on 2 tasks. Of course, feel free to help out if you finish your task early. That will help our efforts immensely. Now, get to work, everybody.
Now I know what you're thinking. Good lord, that's a lot of cutscenes, and more importantly, that's a lot of people standing around there. But here's the thing, we are preparing for what will inevitably be the biggest takedown of this game. Now here's the thing, unlike with the other Dynasty Warriors games, 9, I don't think it would be as spectacular as 8, or definitely 7, but still, at least have a good enough cinematic to actually encapsulate how much of a bad situation Cao Cao is in. But we have certain missions and certain priorities that we need to fulfill. The first thing we're doing is the fake defection of Huang Gai. That's
In
gotta
order to
go
make
through
this
without a
defection
hitch.
convincing,
And if you're a
we
Wu
will need to
soldier
give Huang
or
Gai
a Shu
a
soldier,
beating
you gotta
in
make
front of the
sure
enemy spies.
that the fake defection goes through.
I have gone over the details with him.
Now, in order
Now,
for her
we
to do
just need to
this,
carry out
which
the
is a
plan.
little bit
Go
different
with
from
Sai He
Dynasty
and Sai
Warriors
Zhong to
8
Huang Gai's side.
and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2, is you're gonna have to talk to the two guys that happen to be labeled here, and you're gonna have to... Why did I pull out my swords? It's not time for me to fight yet. But you will be fighting Huang Gai. So you need to talk to those two individuals, and they are going to be... Wait, hold on. What am I doing? Why am I passing them up? One of the guys I need to look for is right here.
They're starting the execution of Master
I can't
Huang
see his
Gai.
name.
I
Ah,
still
yes.
can't believe it.
Kai Zong. Kai Zong is one of the guys. And the other one, I think, would be Kai Hu. We gotta talk to those two, and then we're gonna fight Huang Gai. Now, here's the thing. Huang Gai's not really that tough. And they took away his boat. Yeah, that's right. They took away his boat shield. So he's back to wielding a club like he did in Dynasty Warriors 7. Which is sad because he actually had the most unique weapon in Dynasty Warriors 4. The buckler shield with a club, and he threw bombs. And ironically enough, those bombs actually hurt people. And himself. But, yeah. While Huang Gai had the most suicidal of attacks, still, he was a heavy hitter. Now, he's back to using a club like he did in Dynasty Warriors 7 and 8. But he got the boat in 8 Extreme Legends, and then they took it away from him and put him back with the club. It's sad, really.
I've had enough of this place.
Because here's the thing. Back then, in 8 Extreme Legends, you could use the boat to surf and cover a lot of terrain.
Virtue shall fail.
I kid you not.
Hey, that was amazing. I think we are getting close to winning.
So on that note, one of the missions is done. The next mission is going to actually appear the moment you actually have Huang Gai feign defection. So here's what we're going to do. To solidify that, we're going to have to get the newest mission that has shown up, which is right here. It doesn't matter what order you do all these, so long as you do them all. If you do them all, it'll give you the biggest advantage of all time. If you just do 2, you'll leave some missions undone. But it's best to do them all. 2 is the minimum to proceed. That's why I'm doing this. So, all we need to do is just simply talk to Pang Tong. Now, if you're controlling Pang Tong, you have to get the ingredients for the wine and actually give it to the peddler. But since I'm Liu Bei, Pang Tong will have that covered. All you have to do is make sure you talk to them. But for right now, we're actually talking to Huang Gai, and Huang Gai is asking for 10 drums of oil, which you should have if you bought a lot of oil drums. So this is why I told you to keep those oil drums in good hands, or don't use them all. If you're going to use them, at least keep at least 9 or 10, because Huang Gai is going to ask for about 20 drums of oil. No, not 20, 10 drums of oil. He's not going to ask for 20. Even though it looks like there's a glitch there. He's not going to ask for 20, he's only going to ask for 10. And those drums of oil is going to be used to burn down Cao Cao's boats. Oh yeah, and if you are Pang Tong, you're going to have to convince the enemies to tie the ships together. How do I know this? I played as Pang Tong. I mean, his playthrough was really short. He had Chibi, he had well, he actually met up with Liu Bei before Chibi, then he had Chibi, and then he also had the assault on Liu Zhang, and that is the end of his playthrough, basically.
With every area we take.
But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go on ahead and get that gift of wine over to Pang Tong, because all those drunk officers is going to definitely not like the fact that they're gonna be seasick.
I'd better go and deliver this wine to the enemy forces.
So simply put, if you were Pang Tong, you had to make the ingredients for the wine, or at least buy the wine. And once you buy the wine and gave it to the salesperson, they'll just give the wine to the soldiers and be done with it. But seeing as how you don't have to go through all that, and I'm repeating myself, I know, but all you have to do is just simply give...
Yes.
You just talk to the merchant, and the merchant will do the rest, basically.
I'll sell it to them on the cheap.
Because it would imply that you did all the dirty work. So go back to Pang Tong and tell him the good news. Or actually give the wine to the soldiers. So on that note, we're gonna hop on our horse and ride as fast as we can. And while the GPS is trying to lure you back to where Pang Tong is, don't try to go back. Go forward. And somebody just died. Don't worry, you don't have to worry about yourself or any of your friends dying. Well, any of your allies dying. The only way you're gonna fail this mission is if... Actually, there's no way to fail this mission. You die, you just pick up from the last checkpoint. These are pretty simple missions. And... all we just need to do is just give them the wine. Let's not cause any trouble, though, because, after all, you are going to be going into enemy territory. And yes, as you can see, Red Hair can swim 1,000 leagues across the sea. Too bad it didn't help everybody else in GFP, am I right? Yeah, it would have helped Liu Bei because he had a flotation device, but everybody else would be stranded. Yeah, by the way, I saw the 2009 version of Romance of the Three Kingdoms, and they said that exact line. But nonetheless, it's water, water, and more water. 7 out of 10, too much water. Y'all know that reference. You all know the reference. And to be fair, while it is funny to make fun of them, but here's the thing. When the person who made that reference and made that meme just didn't think about adding something else important like the type of water, or at least water Pokemon, it made that person look rather ridiculous. But to be fair, there was a shit ton of water Pokemon in Gen 3. Not gonna lie. Too many to count. Which is kind of a shame because of the fact that, well, for all intents and purposes, a water type Pokemon is probably gonna be the easiest thing to come across as opposed to everything else. Why am I talking about Pokemon? Well, because I just got finished sailing the 7 seas. But for right now, let's just try to get rid of any soldiers that stands in my way, because I'm in enemy territory and I'm not going to be able to talk to these guys until I'm not attacked. Okay, now here's your wine.
I didn't expect such
Sorry
a
for
gift.
killing your friends.
Thank you.
They started
drinking
it.
At once.
No, seriously, they started it. They pointed their swords at me, and I did not like that. I felt uncomfortable. So I pointed my sword at them and actually swung. Anyway, we're going to continue on with the rest of these missions. Since we delivered the wine, all we need to do is go back to Pang Tong and deliver the good news. Hey, pass me, wake up. There we go. Now then. Alright! This is also the mission with the boat ride! Oh yeah, I remember this! No, not, I meant the mission chain, not the mission itself. The mission change, there's a boat ride where you have to sit in a boat and collect 10,000 arrows. Oh God. Don't tell me the buildings didn't pop in!
The enemy forces
Oh!
were thrilled to receive my gift. I
Oh
wonder
my
how
God,
the
have
Liu Bei
mercy. The
broke
buildings
the
didn't
top
even
of
pop
the
in.
season.
God damn it. Oh my goodness. Let this be a highlight of the playthrough. I went faster than the buildings could pop in. I was wondering why in the world there was like a blank space and there was literally a prompt to grapple, but
The enemy spy, Zhang Gan, has employed
I don't know
the
what to
services
make
a
of that.
messenger. We're planning to use him to deliver
And
this
somewhere
forged
along the
letter.
line, just seeing these pop-up textures and
Cao Cao's
glitches
officers, Zhang
as
Yun
Dynasty
and Sun
Heroes
Quan,
is watching,
are in
he's
secret
pretty much
communication with
dying
us.
inside.
I believe that's what the
I'm
letter
sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Nonetheless, we're gonna have to send some false news. Fake information. Now, there's 3 types of informants you want to send to. One that'll charge you 500, the other one that'll charge you 10,000, and this guy right here, they'll charge you 1,000. Doesn't matter how you get it.
Yes.
All that matters is if you have the message relayed.
But that doesn't mean.
And that's all that matters. The thing is, if you spend too much gold and you don't have any, you're gonna have to go fishing before you finish up all the rest of these missions. Just saying.
You need me to give
Oh yeah, and I need to go and find some ingredients for the ultimate bait. I need a lot of them because I need a lot. And I mean a lot of stuff to sell so I can get back to having my 1,000,000 gold because I don't feel comfortable but just having 400,000. I know, rich people problems, am I right? I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's go on ahead and talk to... Wait, hold on. Oh, this is secure to 10,000 arrows. Alright, we're gonna have to talk to Lu Su, and we're gonna be taking that boat ride.
100,000 arrows for the final
This is
battle.
the mission I was referring to, by the way. The one where the arrows glitched and kept
If it
hitting
proves
me.
difficult to gather the requisite
Even though I
arrows,
was
then
supposedly
we will
protected by
simply
the
have to
boat,
take them from
the
enemy.
arrows kept hitting me in the
I will
head.
send out a ship to aggravate the
I almost died in this mission.
Any arrows
It's not
that
funny,
hit us
but it
will then
just
become
sounds
ours.
hilarious. It sounds like something that would happen in the Dynasty Warriors game. They patched it out, but still, I got reamed by about 10,000 arrows out of 100,000. It's not funny. It's not funny, but I'm still laughing at the concept. And this is an early build, like the same early build where the game crashed after you beat the game. So, I don't know what to say except Koei really need to put this game back in the oven. And every time I talk about a glitch, Dynasty Heroes is just dying inside because of this game. But nonetheless, let's just go into the boat and let's sail and not get hit with arrows, because I think they patched that out. I hope they did.
I've been told to
But
expect
thankfully, when I got hit by the 10,000 arrows, they were weak, and more importantly, I was at level, I think, 72 by the time that happened. So, it still hurt, and it was still annoying, but
Let's hope this
still.
works.
I know better, so I went there and ducked, so I won't get hit. Seriously, I did not know about the arrows back then. Hey, look, some of them tried to clip. Some of them tried to clip through. Well, at least the patch is working. At the expense of Liu Bei's crown that's glitching out now. God damn it. Oh my goodness.
Now, everyone,
the game-breaking bugs that I have found in this game it's just absolutely hilarious. It is trying so hard to survive this playthrough. We've passed the halfway point, ladies and gentlemen. We still got 4 more chapters. Well, aside from this one, we have 4 more chapters to do. And I think the 4 chapters that needs to be done are like the short chapters in the game, primarily. But yeah, as you can see, the boat is riddled with arrows. And had I been standing instead of kneeling in the previous build, riddled. just riddled. So yes, all those arrows. And this was apparently a planned by Liu Bei, not Liu Bei, I mean Zhuge Liang and Lu Su. That's what I meant to say. So we got the 10,000 arrows. One guy got his preparations. One guy feigned defection. We sent the false information. We sent the wine. I'm pretty sure there's something left. Oh right, we don't bind the boats in this one. We're not Pang Tong. I forgot. So on that note, that's about 4 missions. Hey, pass me. Wake up. Wake up, bro. I know you're petrified because of the arrows in the boat. Wake up, bro. No, that's pretty much me just standing there like, oh my god, that could have been me. That could have been me. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people would probably like say, you were not hit by 10,000 arrows. Bullshit, when this game first came out and I came to this point, yeah, I was. And the worst part was, I was suffering through this not only as Pang Tong, but Guan Yu. Yeah! It's bad enough Pang Tong actually got hit, but Guan Yu most definitely. So on that note, let us go straight over to Lu Su and Zhuge Liang, and we are going to report that the arrows have been gathered, much to my heart's content, or at least my heart's dismay, because I don't want to be hit with arrows again.
To Sun Quan's forces.
I've learned a lot from not only this game, but Dynasty Warriors 3. Archers suck! Oh, and for the record, if you want to find Dynasty Warriors 3, my playthrough is there on the channel, by all means. Nonetheless, I'm just going to make use with all these experience points that I got, and we're going to go and talk to Sun Quan and fill him in on everything that we have done.
Are we ready?
So that way, we could go on ahead and start the assault on Chibi. However, the rest of Chibi is going to be in the next part. So bear that in mind.
I'm surprised. We actually managed to gather so many arrows so quickly. This will give us plenty of archers to strike the enemy. It looks like Cao Cao's army has fallen for our false report. I imagine Sai Mao and Zhang Yun will both be executed after this. Our plot was a success. It looks like the enemy has bought Wang Gai's defection. The fire ship is ready. Now we just need to wait for the right opportunity to present itself during the battle. I wonder how they obtained it. Okay, this is the time to rest and ready our mind and spirit for what lies ahead. We must be prepared for the coming battle.
Thank you for your assistance. I apologize that you had to do it yourself. My lord, the preparations for our strategy are complete. Now, we simply need to wait.
The moment of truth is at hand. Together, the combined strength of Wu and Liu Bei's army shall emerge victorious over Cao Cao. We've waited too long for this. Ensure the preparations are complete. We mustn't fail.
I can't remember ever having to make so many preparations for a battle. But it's all for a good cause. We finally get to pummel that Cao Cao.
I have experienced many great conflicts. The battle against Dong Zhuo. The battle at Guandu. This will be as grand as any of those. Indeed, it seems larger in scale than any I have seen. For the grand vision of my brother, we must claim victory.
If we can win this battle and defeat Cao Cao, then this long legacy of enmity will finally be terminated. Zhuge Liang, how do you propose we proceed after this battle?
If we can claim victory here, Cao Cao will be unable to make any significant moves for a while. Master Sun Quan, who will be fighting alongside us, will be forced to spend some time consolidating his lands. This is one drawback of having great swaths of territory. This will be our window of opportunity for Master Liu Bei to claim a land to call his own. It will be the foothold for a kingdom to stand opposite those of Cao Cao and Master Sun Quan.
A land of my own?
Yes. Your dream of a land of virtue and benevolence will start from there.
It seems that Cao Cao's fleet has begun making its way south.
So they've made their move. When will we launch the fire attack?
Setting the fire trap now would be ineffective. I require a little more time.
If we succumb to the enemy attack now, all of our preparations will have been for naught. We must hold off their attack until we are ready to launch the fire attack.
I understand. Tell our men that we must endure the coming enemy assault.
Time to start Chibi. So the first thing we're gonna have to do is actually make sure that the defection works perfectly. Because you can skip over to Chibi, the fire attack will happen. The thing is, they'll get a little bit suspicious and weary and we'll end up having to kill them.
We've placed archers all along the river.
But all the things that we have done thus far,
This is also thanks.
we practically have got some morale on our side.
Lord Sai Mao and Lord Shang Yun.
On top of that, two people just got killed.
Enemy informants.
Shang Yun and Cao Mao.
We have to fight without the
And
two
with
of them
that said,
on water?
there's nobody that's going to be on the vessel. Oh yeah, and by the way, Wei's preparations, you had to actually find captains to sail in the naval battles, and the two you wanted to pick were Cao Mao and Zhang Yu. Or Cao Mao and Zhang Yu. Unfortunately, something happens where they get executed immediately. I mean, that's something being the letter we sent, but still. They end up being executed, and Cao Cao's like, oh shit, what have I done? When in reality, well, outside of romance, Cao Mao actually does not die.
This is the time for me to shine.
One thing is for sure,
to make a name for myself.
We need to rescue Han Dong and actually stop him from being killed at the hands of Zhao Chu? Yeah, I think that's the name. I could barely see because of how small the print is.
Let's go. Now is the time to attack.
Oh god, I really am getting old. But doing this will make sure that Han Dong will be able to go out to the front lines and make sure that the fake defection / burning of the boats go through unscathed. Now, with that said, we have to make sure that the defection goes unscathed either. Let's go over to let's see. Where should I go to? Yeah, let's go to this one. We might as well. Yeah, let's go to that one. Hold on. I'm teeter-tottering and thinking this one's actually going to be easier. Whoa, so let's go there.
What a show, brother.
Or at least I hope I can get there. Ah, it's not that hard. It's not that far. Now here's the funny part. If you weren't able to convince the Sai brothers that, or Kai brothers if you will, that Huang Gai was a traitor and he practically had no allegiance to Wei. I mean, no allegiance to Wu. Well, he would end up having to kill these guys, so Huang Gai's defection ploy would go completely unabated. But seeing as how you've completed the oil mission, that means we're going to be able to successfully burn down everything. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm talking through a cutscene, but you don't get this cutscene if you do not give Huang Gai the oil barrels that he needs. So make sure you do this. Again, sorry for speed through a cutscene. That's the only time I'm going to do that. So, you gotta talk to Huang Gai to finish the mission, and we are all but guaranteed a easier time to deal with Cao Cao.
Get back to my preparation.
We're gonna be slowly but surely picking apart all of Cao Cao's naval forces until we finally reach Cao Cao himself. However, we're going to end it here. And in the next episode of Dynasty Warriors 9 in Part 19, we're going to continue on Chibi. After all, it is basically the most important battle in this chapter. That and also capturing the Jing territories would be the most important battle in this chapter. So on that note, I'll see you guys next time. And just for the record, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to probably be dealing with lots of cutscenes, so it's going to probably be longer or even split into 2 parts, so bear that in mind. See you guys next time.